Planet of the Fakes 4 Families, and Pig Star HH News. Prosecutor, officer involved shooting that killed 18-year-old was justified. The Racine County District Attorney says no charges will be filed in a fatal officer-involved shooting. Racine, WIS. The Racine County District Attorney says no charges will be filed in a fatal officer-involved shooting. Mount Pleasant Police SGT. Eric Giese fatally shot Therese West, 18, of Racine, in June. Advertisement. West was initially stopped after police said he was riding his bike at 1:30 a.m. without lights. Under Wisconsin law, it is illegal to ride a bicycle at night without a white front headlight. Therese and #X20, West and #X27, S and #X20, bike. Provided. Therese West's bike. District Attorney Tricia Hansen met with West's family Wednesday evening. She informed them of her decision not to file charges against Giese. Hansen has not spoken publicly about the findings of the investigation. Giese said West did not comply with his commands, fled the scene and was armed with a handgun. According to Hansen's report, Giese said he feared West would fire a gun at him. Giese said West threw the gun and fell to the ground during the chase. According to the report, Giese said West's gun landed inches from his hand and Giese stepped on West's hand to prevent him from grabbing it. Giese said he was straddling West and could not kick West's gun away from him. According to the report, Giese said he feared losing his balance and allowing West to overpower him and get to the gun on the ground first. Quote, Giese said he warned West not to reach for the gun or he would shoot him. According to the report, Giese said West got to his knees and was able to free his hand from under Giese's boot. That's when Giese said he stepped back and fired 3 shots at West. He estimated he was about 3 feet from West during the shooting. SGT. Giese described the situation as the most intense and stressful situation of his life, according to Hansen's report. An autopsy determined West died from 2 gunshot wounds to the head. The 3rd shot hit West in the shoulder and chest, the coroner determined. A toxicology report showed West had marijuana in his system at the time of his death, Hansen's report concluded. The entire encounter between Giese and West lasted about 95 seconds, the report said. I got him down, he tried tossing it, Giese can be heard saying on video from another officer's body camera. I was stepping on his hand right here and he kept on moving towards it and then he moves past it as he's moving back. I told him, I said, I'm going to shoot you. I'm going to shoot you, and he didn't listen. He wouldn't stand still. Hansen determined Giese acted in self-defense when he fatally shot West. West's father told WISN 12 News his family hoped charges would be filed in his son's death. But he said they will consider asking for a federal review of the case. I'm hoping she will do the right thing and she will charge him, because it was murder, Dwight Person said Wednesday before the Decies. Ion was announced. Giese said he attempted to stop West with non-lethal force before the shooting. Investigators said they found a gun at the scene. The and #X20, gun and #X20, police and #X20, say and #X20, Therese and #X20. West and #X20, was and #X20, armed and #X20, with and #X20, when and #X20, he and #X20, was and #X20, fatally and #X20, shot and #X20, by and #X20, and #X20, police and #X20, officer. Provided. The gun police say Therese West was armed with when he was fatally shot by a police officer. I feel like it was murder because 2 shots in the head, that's self-explanatory, Person said. That was murder. So I would like to see a thorough investigation done and I would like to see Eric Giese charged. Quote, a month before the shooting, a judge sentenced West to probation for 2 felonies after an incident with his ex-girlfriend. As a condition, he wasn't allowed to have a gun. Still, West's father said police went too far. There's no excuse for what happened, Person said. They took a lot of different measures, they say, to contain him. And, it didn't take 2 shots in the head to get the job done. Our thoughts and prayers go out to the West family for their loss, Hansen's office said in a statement to WISN 12N. EWS. Hansen's office posted reports about the police investigation into West's death on its website. Giese was wearing a body camera at the time of the shooting but he did not activate it. There is no question that a body camera recording would have been helpful to an analysis of this case and given a more definitive picture of the events that occurred on June 15, 2019, however, the lack of body camera recording does not automatically indicate an inappropriate use of force, the report stated. His squad car dash camera system's memory card was full and it did not record the chase or shooting, the district attorney's report concluded. Our community is hurting, and we continue to grieve the loss of this young man, Racine Mayor Corey Mason said. I know that for Therese West's family, no part of this process so far has provided closure or satisfaction. I want them to know that I see and hear their grief and the valid questions they are asking. I know that if this were my child, I too would be asking tough questions, and expecting satisfacto. Right answers, transparency, and accountability. And I want to acknowledge the painful reality that my white children are viewed and treated differently than their African American and Latino counterparts. That must change. Guished has been a Mount Pleasant police officer for almost 13 years. He is expected to return to full active duty. It ain't over, person said. Just because she say what she say. She can say all day it's justified, but once that expletive hits federal, it's coming out. Everything's coming out. I want a thorough investigation done and I want to see Eric Guished locked up. They did not do a thorough investigation.